I think you're right. We do look to see what the first season is really going to look like, especially in terms of the characters and the stories. But we don't expect you to lay out all the seasons, but we want a sense from that first season that we understand how the show works and how it can continue season after season. And, and if you've got an overview of subsequent seasons, great, but that's not necessary.
Yeah, I think a couple different things I would add to what Pearlena said. One, it depends on the show. If you're pitching something that is really an intense serialized drama, we'll be more interested to see where successive seasons go. I mean, I think, as Pearlena said, you always want to know about the first season, but I think if you're pitching something like Empire, it's important to kind of know where those characters are pushing. If you're pitching a procedural, or if you're pitching Bones, or less important. It's more important that you sort of understand the framework of the show and how episodes will be structured. I think also we all want shows that will last a long time. So I think you really want to know that those characters and that world they live in. I mean, television, it's about characters and about world. That's really what you're hanging your show on. Not really about plot. Not really about the hook or the concept. You've got to live on people that people were going to come back to over and over and over again. So what I really look for in a pitch mostly is that depth and complexity of character and whatever subculture that show is taking place in. And that subculture could be the subculture of a hospital, but it needs to be a version of that you've never seen before, a police station, or it can be something like the hip hop music world, or a Mormon reservation where polygamy exists, or whatever the subculture, whatever you're trying to dramatize. So I think that's the key, trying to show people that you have that kind of depth and you have that kind of ability to continue to tell story after story. Lots of times writers will come in and they will claim they know how their show's going to end, and they may even think they actually do, but they don't really, and they don't have to, because the show is going to be a different thing as it lives and breathes, and as it gets into if it becomes successful, as it gets into its second or third season, it's going to go in a different direction. So you're not really looking to lock people into what's season 4, what's season 6, what's season 8. You just want to know that they have enough there that they can go wherever the story leads them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think in a peak TV environment with so many shows, specificity of your show is really important.